Hello, it's Kyoshi Matt Charnley here and Sensei Jane Thornton from HK Martial Arts in Melbourne, Australia. Today we're just going to have a look at how we defend ourselves if we've been knocked to the ground, we end up on the ground and your opponent is still standing. So the first thing we have to look at is there's many ways to end up on the ground, and you could end up through tripping, overextending on your technique, especially a kick. You could be taken down, you could get punched, struck and end up on the ground after a slight loss of consciousness. But the point is that when we hit the ground, we need to have a good reflex position that we go into automatically and we don't have to think about. So just like with any other martial arts reflex, ground fighting should be very instantaneous and well trained into us. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the ground fighting position that we adopt and see how it works against a standing opponent. So from here, Sensei break falls, and she automatically goes into her ground fighting position. So I'll just point out some of the advantages of this position. Firstly, her head is elevated so she can see what's going on. Secondly, her hand has grabbed the back of her head so it's really hard to dislodge rather than having it out floating. She's got a nice compact position so there's no limbs hanging out that can be grabbed. She's got her hand open on the floor so she can push up, and from here she's very mobile so she can follow me wherever I go. If I try and change direction quickly, this position gives her the ability to roll and track my leg. So what happens is, when you're on the ground, you've already lost your balance, you can't lose it again, but I can lose my balance. So from here, what Sensei can do is, she can keep an eye on my knee, and if she chooses to, if I'm trying to come in to grab her, kick her or whatever, from here, she can simply scissor and take my leg out. And she does it relatively quickly. There's nothing that I can do about it. It doesn't matter what leg you come in with, this scissor here works on getting the other person down. If the scissor slips off, Sensei then hooks and rolls. And then from there she can strike and follow up while she's taking my leg down. The other thing this position gives you is really good ability to strike with impact. So from here, she's kicking out at my knee. It's very hard for me, it's disconcerting. I don't want to come in and attack her because my knee is very vulnerable. If she lifts her off her hand and kicks up, she can kick higher into the stomach. So from here, she kicks into the stomach. So once again, she kicks. If I try and change, she rolls and she tracks where I'm at. Kicking, kicking. So I go back the other way. Good. So as you can see, this position is really compact, but of course the objective always is to stand up as quickly as possible. So from here, what Sensei can do is she can get up off the ground without compromising her guard. So as she does that, she can still keep fighting and keep me away without putting both hands on the floor. She still has a good guard and uses that push up from her other hand. So that was just a short tutorial on ground defence. I hope everybody got something out of it. This is Kyoshi Matt Charnley and Sensei Jane Thornton signing off from HK Martial Arts in Melbourne.